Hi, Tefl-Dude here, and today I'm going to introduce you to the best free PDF reader on the market in 2024. This is Foxit Reader. Now, it has, as you already noticed straight away, it has an AI assistant, and that's the first thing we're going to focus on in this video. So I'm just going to walk through what we're going to do in this video. By the way, if you're a student or a teacher, this AI assistant is going to help you. If you're a student, it's going to help you with your spelling and grammatical structure. If you're a teacher, it's going to help you speed up correcting these essays. It won't do it 100%, but 90%, as I will show you in the example as soon as I've gone through the introduction. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the fill in and sign. That will take about a minute. Then in part 3, I'm going to explain to you the different views you can have, how you can split a page in two, and why that's important. Also, you notice here there's night mode and word count for those of you who write essays. Now in part 4 is the main focus of this video, where we're going to look at the different tools of highlighting, editing text, writing on it, covering over text that you don't want to print. All that and more is going to be in the video next. Now, just before I move on to that AI bit, I just want to show you how the older version of Foxit didn't have AI, but what it did have was this audio and video tag and linking, where you could add links to videos or audio, or you could even embed the audio and video using this tool. And in order to do that, the best idea is to download an older version of it, this version from 2023, but the portable version. And I'll give you two links down below to both where you can download it and my video on how to add audio and video using the Foxit Reader. So that's the old version. Obviously, the new version has the AI, and that's what we're going to move on to next. Now, before we get on with looking at the AI in Foxit Reader, we do have to download it. So let's just quickly show you where you can get it from. Type in Foxit Reader and click in the first icon. Then click on Download Now. And you can see a pop-up came at the bottom with Foxit wanting to help you, blah, blah, blah. But here you can choose your version of Foxit, Windows, Mac, Linux, and simply click Download. As you can see in the top right corner, it's come up with the arrow, it's downloading, and you simply install, but don't go for the professional version. Stick with the free version. So with that over, let's click off this page. Now in the AI writing and correcting, I'm going to show you how I put the text in and ended up with this response. So as you can see, the yellow are the good responses and corrections that AI made, and the pink ones are the ones where it didn't really do it and I would have to go over it again. Now this was my initial report on the writing. I used Microsoft Office for this. The blue are the words I put in and the red are the words I crossed out. And you can see how it compares. It did a really good job. It corrected everything I did. The primary advantages, it did that. And it did change, quickly cars to fast cars, which was good. And these dozens, it didn't change. So the pink areas I still need to go over and do, but it did most of it. And I'm going to show you how it works now. So here we have the original text, and what we need to do is open it with Foxit Reader. So if you're given a text in Word, remember you can simply go to File, Save As, and on your desktop simply choose PDF. Make sure you choose PDF from the drop down, and I'm going to save it as Doc Original. Now in order to use the AI facility, simply select the text from here. This bubble will pop up, AI Assistant. And if you're using this for the first time, it will ask you to create and log into your Foxit account. It's free, you don't have to pay for anything, but it does give you the AI capabilities. Now, once you click login, you'll be given the need to put in another password. So you will be sent a verification code, so you just have to wait for that. I'm going to have to wait for the bleep. It will take a minute or two. And you may have heard a bleep, I just received it. Okay, so I've put my verification code in, and it's been accepted. Now, once you're logged in, you do have the choice of summarizing the document, translating the text into any language but not Polish yet, summarizing the text, enhancing the writing of the text, making it more formal, more intellectual, defining and clarifying it, but we're going to focus on fixing spelling and grammar. Now it says enter the text here, so we simply highlight it and it automatically gets populated. Simply press start. And that's our result. So what I want to do now, in order to really clearly see the differences, let's just highlight this text, what it's done, right click and copy. And in a Word document or LibreOffice, I'm going to make a new document and simply right click and paste the text there. Or I could paste it with like this. So I like this, keep it like that. Now I want to make this a PDF document. This is the corrected version. Save it to my desktop. Save as PDF again. And I'll keep it as living in the city. So now I have the two PDF documents, but I want to view them side by side. And probably one of the best tools for this is a free portable different PDF viewer, and it will compare them side by side. So simply go to this website. I'll put a link in the description below. You download this, just click it. It's a portable app. It will download very shortly up here in the corner. There you see it. I've already downloaded it. Once you have it, it will be in a box like this, and you have to install that, and it will install into the same folder. So make a folder for it. It will install into that folder. We simply run it from there. That's how easy it is. So I'm going to run this. And here what I need to do is choose those two files. This is file 1. Go to my desktop. Original doc. This is file 2. Are you living in the city? Now you do have a choice of words, characters, appearance, but words is the best. I'm just going to compare. You can zoom in by doing this with this button here, and you can see already it's changed words like the word here jam becomes jams. Primary advantage, the primary advantage. Lots and lots of errors have been changed, and we can tell which ones. Exhausted which now becomes exhausted comma which is better. Thousands of super quickly cars became near thousands of cars that are moving quickly. That's quite funny. You can do it a couple of times if you want to get it better. To sum up, comma, in my personal opinion, because he did a full stop here, and other things like riding a bike. I think that riding a bike is wonderful, but as a hobby here, although I think that riding a bike is wonderful, it should be seen as a hobby. Wow, that's beautifully written, much more accessible for reading. So if you're a student, this will really help you, and it will also help the teacher not have to fix silly mistakes. And also, as a student, you're going to learn from this. So I wouldn't be so negative about it if you're a teacher, because it will teach them a little bit about how to write properly. So, remember, as a teacher, you can also compare what they've given to you and then read through it using the AI assistant. Now, in the second part, I said I'd show you how to use the fill in and sign document. So you can simply click here, and here's a document where I'm supposed to tick a box, so I can get the tick and put it there because I'm not from the US. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can change the color, but for now we'll leave it there. I'll go back to my hand tool, and you can click on it and move it around if you wish. What I need to do now is add some numbers. So here I can click add text, and I can print my name. So that's John Smith, that's my name. Maybe I can move it up a bit. There you go, it fits nice and neat. I can also add a signature. So I have no signatures at the moment, so I'm just going to click add. Now you could simply write your name in, and it'll give you what looks like a signature. And now I simply drop it in the box. And there it is. You can obviously make it larger or smaller if you wish. Although, yes, so you can make it larger like that. However, you can also add your real signature. So let's delete that. Click on draw. Now, for those of you who are going to get into teaching or drawing online, this is a brilliant tablet I've got, and I use this. It's a bamboo tablet. I use it in my lessons for filling in the documents, as we'll see in the next examples. And I'm simply going to put John Smith. That's as good as I can get at the moment. Okay. And simply put that there. And there it is. And I can make it a little larger. Not sure if I can make it thicker, but who knows. Remember, you always have this side gates here, which can help you in the formatting of whatever you're doing. So that's my signature. We'll close this out, and then I can simply send the document off. So that's the fill and sign in part of the show. Now, as promised, in this third part, I'm going to show you the different view tabs. You've got night mode, where it makes things easier to read. You've got text viewer, which just shows you the text and gets rid of all the other types of editing. Particularly useful when I did this markup, and if I want the original text without losing it, I just click text viewer, and then I can copy and paste the text somewhere else. Now there is also the word count. So you click here and it tells me how many words I have written. All that and more. Now the viewer, this split horizontal and vertical, obviously there you have it. I can split one document here. It's the same document actually. Or I could split it horizontal. Now that's not so useful here, but it will be when I start using a textbook, and I'll show you that next. Now in this final part, we're going to use the comment tools. As you can see, this is a document I usually use when I'm teaching online. And have a look at the top. This is the Home tab. Already you do have the typewriter and highlight tools available directly here, but it's much better if you go to the comment area, where you'll probably spend most of your time with the pencil, the drawing, text box, typewriter, highlighter. However, notice at the top you can have extra bars. If I was teaching on an interactive board, you can click this and have touch mode and watch all the icons get bigger. Look at that, they're bigger, more separated. This is very useful if you're on a tablet or if you have an interactive whiteboard. So I'm going to move that back to mouse mode. Now let's first look at the pen tool. If you happen to have a tablet like I do, You can sometimes write in the documents, got my pen here, and I can write the word get. Here I can write get. Now, while it's blue, it wasn't originally blue. You have to click in here and you can change the color to red. So now I can write in red, you can change the thickness, all that you can do from the side comment tool. Now the next tool to use is the typewriter tool. Simply click on it, click here, write get. You'll notice that it is in blue, but once you click away and click back on it, you get this option here to make it bigger, smaller. You can bring out the display area on this side, but you can do that by simply clicking this arrow here. And I could change the color to yellow, but at the moment I haven't highlighted it, so I'd have to double click it, highlight it, and then go red. And now it's red, and the pen will, or the text will stay red. So if I write again get, it stays that color. To hide it, click this arrow, and that's the text box. Now the highlighter obviously does what it says, so you simply highlight. But what I like about this is that you can change the color straight away, and you can make it larger, smaller, plus you can even change the color to something weirder. You can have a nice weird shade of purple if you wish, a brighter highlight of purple, which is nice. Very unusual. So if I do a highlight again, it doesn't do it again, because what you need to do is if you want to keep highlighting, you need to click the highlighter and then click this keep tool selected. And that means I can highlight to my heart's content. And obviously also click on it and change the color to another color, maybe blue. So that's the highlighter tool. That's not to be mistaken with the highlight area, which I really like, because here you can simply highlight, let's say, this area. And once again, if you click on it, you can highlight it and change the color. We don't have a yellow anymore, which we should have. There, that's a nice yellow. And it will remember that color. If you click on it, you'll see there you've got your yellow, blue, red, etc. So that's a nice tool, the highlighter and the highlight area tool. Now here, when I'm teaching, this is where the view comes in handy. Have a look at the view here. And I want to highlight this and this larger than if I did this, because some students don't often have the book. So I have to show them the whole text. Now to make it more user-friendly, I can simply click on here and go vertical split. That way, I can zoom in to this area. Now, if I zoom in too much, what you can do is use the assistant. And that is good because I can click the assistant, click marquee, and I draw a square, and it's exactly that size. Perfect. I'll do that again. Make sure it's on assistant marquee, and I draw in here, and it's a perfectly large size. And then I give them 5 minutes to do this activity, and everybody's happy. Now, because the view tablet and the comment tablet are next to each other, it's easy to jump between them. But it might be nicer if you could just remain on the comment tablet. So to do this, simply click the view, click the vertical split you like, right click and add it to the quick taskbar. So now you've added it to the top. And I'll add the other one, the horizontal one, because sometimes I use that. So now I can be in my comments area with my hand tool. I can be, writing in letters A, B, or C. And if I need to unsplit, I can just simply click that and it's gone away. If I want it back, it's back again. So that way I can stay on the comment tool while I'm doing that. And you can do that for everything. So for instance, if there's something else you want, the assistant, maybe this marquee tool is nice, add that as well, in case sometimes I want to focus in on this text here. Zoom, that's really nice. Don't forget to click back to the hand tool, otherwise you'll keep zooming in. Now back to the comments area. Let's have a look at the first page. At the bottom we can have double view. Here you've got double page view. I'll just control and wheel the mouse out. You've got double page view, you've got single page view. I'm going to look at the first page. Now imagine you wanted to print this. I don't want to print all of this blue, so what we do is we select the text box and simply draw a box. By default, it is a red border with a clear background. We want a colored background of white. What you can do is click this arrow here and this pops out, or you can simply click on the box itself and this image pops out, and you can choose different kinds of boxes. We want this box, but it's kind of grey with a white background. So to change that, click on the color tool and the border will make sure is white and the fill color will make sure is white too. So click OK and that's that. Now in order to make more than one text box, you will have to click this button, Keep Tool Selected. And then I can make lots of boxes like this. And all I have to do is simply click in them, move the box to the size I want it, and the same with this box. And this one. I'll just click it again, move it to the corner, and move it to what I want. Just one more box to go above his head. I'll draw that here. And I'll click on my hand tool so I don't create any more. And simply do that. And now you can see this is the kind of page that I will be printing. So next, let's look at how to print it. Simply go to your printer icon. And as you can see, it will print this. If you want to go back to the original, just click Document. But we want with the markups. So I notice there's a grey box there. I want to get rid of that. So let's cancel this. Now, what if you want to print just this area here? Just this area here without that picture? Well, what we can do is, let's use the marquee tool to zoom in. And I'll just zoom into what I want to print. And now, if we go to print, we can order it so that it just prints what we see. So let's go to print and click current view. In order to make that more centralized, what we should do is this. Move your PDF like this. So now, if we go to print and we go to current view, this is more centralized, but we can make it better by increasing the scale to, let's say, 140, maybe 150. And look at that, it's so much nicer. So what we'll do is we'll actually print a PDF of this so that we can save it for later. So here's the current view, there's our custom scale, and let's print. I'm going to print it here as print number 2 and save. So now let's go back to our original size. I'm going to open a file, look for print 2, and there it is. And you can see I can send that to students, or I can send it to the printer and we can print what we see. So I hope you've enjoyed this. this is Foxit Reader and all the bells and whistles. I've showed you how to use the Assistant AI, the snapshot, the fill-in tools, the views, and the editing tools. Now, the next video I'm going to do is PDF Exchange Editor and another one after that. But this is the best free one. So I hope to see you on the next video.